What's up, everybody? It's Johnny Bronto here with HauntScene. It's Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You are where you should be, watching HauntScene Live. With me, as always, my lovely, beautiful, amazing co-host, Melissa Lukac.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to HauntScene Live. Thank you for joining us.
That's a nice shirt you got there.
Well, thank you, Johnny. I wonder where I got it from.
Is that a Spooky Empire
It's
shirt?
a Spooky Empire shirt. I think I got it last year.
What is Spooky Empire?
Spooky Empire is a Halloween convention that happens here in Central Florida.
Okay.
Every spring and fall.
Spooky Empire.
And you're also wearing a Spooky Empire shirt. You're wearing
the Spooky
Jason
Empire
one.
Takes Orlando. Yeah. So we're huge fans of Spooky Empire. We've been going for years and years and years and years and years. And we have a very special guest on the show tonight, Jaimz Dillman, who is a good friend of ours and does many, many things. Mm-hmm. But Jaimz is going to help us preview Spooky Empire.
I'm very excited.
But before we bring on Jaimz, we have a very special introduction for Jaimz from somebody that's just like minutely involved in Spooky Empire. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to know who it is?
I do.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and let's take a look at this. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Let's do it.
Hey HauntScene fans, it's Petey from Spooky Empire, and I can't wait to see you this weekend. We got a great show, and I'm way looking forward to seeing everybody this weekend. But enough from me. Jaimz is really good at talking, so we'll let her do the rest.
Jaimz, hold on, wait, I gotta unmute you, yay!
Hey, I know that guy.
Hey, I know that's Petey from Spooky Empire. Yeah, he does all the things just like you do. Yeah.
It's so funny during the weekend of Spooky Empire. I get to see him maybe once or twice in passing. I grab a quick picture, and then that's my experience with Petey for the whole weekend because it is such craziness that happens.
Yeah, I'm about the same. I think I only see him like once or twice, and then once at like the after party. Yeah, and that's about it.
Yep. Yeah, he gets around. I mean, he's like darting all around the hotel the whole weekend. But I mean, I do the same thing. But anyway, hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Hi, friends.
Hello.
You can see I have my Spooky Empire shirt on.
I do.
I
see the top. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There it is. It's Spooky Empire.
It's a little big on me now.
You look great.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. I love your hair. I love it.
Oh goodness, it's been up all day, so I just took out the little piggy tail.
It was giving me Princess Leia vibes. I like it.
Oh, that goes really well for this weekend.
Yes, it does.
You have like pink.
Yeah, pink little boy. You need to have Princess Leia. Oh,
I don't think that's gonna work unless I buy like the earmuffs or something to put the artificial ones on.
Cinnamon buns, and then you have snacks for later.
There you go.
That's fine. All right. So thank you all for watching tonight. I do appreciate that. Make sure you share this out, tag all the things. Let me know where you're watching from. All the good things. And now we have a very special segment to kick us off.
Let me guess. Elevator pitch.
It is the elevator pitch.
It's like I do this every week.
I know, right? It's almost like you've been on the show for a while. So
all right.
Let's go ahead and...
Yay.
The elevator pitch. So now we put Jaimz on camera. The camera is on Jaimz. And Jaimz, because I'm lazy, gets to introduce herself and tell America what she does and who she is.
So I think the real question is, what don't I do?
Yeah, that's
Hi, everybody. I'm Jaimz Dillman. I am the HBIC for Corsets and Cuties, which is a Central Florida burlesque group here in town. I also am the spokesperson for Spooky Empire, a local it's not necessarily just Halloween. It's rock and roll, it's horror, it's tattoos, it's pop culture, it's all things on the dark side of con. And I'm also an improviser here in town. I'm a mom, I'm a girlfriend, I'm a dog mom, and I'm a catering sales manager for like my day job.
Oh yeah. You work with like weddings?
Yep, I do. I book events, I book weddings, I book corporate events. So anytime anybody needs food, I do that.
All right.
I also write for a website called Creepy Kingdom. So I love things all things creepy, horror, spooky stuff. It's my jam.
What, you mean some of this stuff right here?
You already have it lined up?
I could have brought this up like 30 seconds ago.
You know what? I honestly should have like a NASCAR t-shirt with like all of my things on it.
Yeah.
Like all my sponsors. But yeah, those are all the things that I'm involved in.
Yeah, so and a couple of these are overlapping. So it looks like you've got everything always overlapping. Amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
In the next 2 weeks, everything is like nonstop. It's feast or famine in Florida. So when something's going on, everything's going on.
Yeah. You got this little thing, called Orlando Fringe coming up.
Yeah, got that as
Oh,
well.
yes.
All the things. All the things.
All right, Corsets and Cuties, burlesque. We've got Spooky Empire, horror convention, all the things. We've got Creepy Kingdom, spooky website. And then we've got Mama's Comedy Show, which I always see you post, and I haven't had a chance to go and check this out. And I believe this is the improv thing that you do.
It is.
That's fun. So James is all over the place. If you do anything in Central Florida, the Orlando area, you will probably cross paths with James. So
Yes. People know me either by my name because I'm the girl named James, or my hair, because you can see me coming from a mile away.
Yep.
Let's see. Starting off with Corsets and Cuties. It's a burlesque group that I've been in charge of for going on 9 years now. We're celebrating our 8th year in the Orlando International Fringe Festival, which is a 2-week festival of over 130 shows, plays, musical experiences, all sorts of different things in the Orlando area. Most of it's based in the Lock Haven Park area over by the Shakespeare Center, but there's also happenings in the downtown Orlando area. My show this year is called Sizzle because we are heating up the night over at the Abbey, which is in downtown Orlando, and it's a 60-minute real compact show. Our burlesque is very vaudeville style, so we have dancers, singers, aerialists, boys, girls, everything in between, and we just invite everybody in to have a good damn time.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
I have been to a couple of Corsets and Cuties shows.
Our patron.
I actually think I've done a few more than a couple actually at this point. A plethora. I've done a myriad. I've done a very.
I would say that you're a fan.
Yeah, I would say I'm a fan. I mean,
I want to go with one.
You've never been.
I've never been. I haven't been to one yet. No, I have not.
You're here, Johnny.
You have to pop my cherry. Of course, it's
we can pop a pasty.
Wow. I'm not going to clip that.
Johnny, would you do
Pop
that for me?
pasty, that's what they say.
Pop a pasty. Okay.
Right. You know what pasties are, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's
yes,
good.
I do.
I mean,
I know
what keeps a pasty on, right?
No, what?
The city ordinance.
Hey.
It's even worse if you're in Polk County.
Yeah, because you have to keep on a full top. Yeah, but here in Orlando, we also experience something as we get into summers. I don't know how risky I can be, but we have to deal with humidities. Yep.
All right.
Do you ever have to deal with that?
I do actually. During the summer, I work outside, so yeah, I get those all the time.
There's some men that have to deal with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got the Sizzle coming up here. If you go to orlandofringe.org or orlandofringe. There's like a million websites to get there, but if you go down the rabbit hole, you can get tickets. Tickets to the show are $15, but remember,
$15, yes,
which is an amazing deal.
That's not bad.
But you also have to buy a Fringe button, which is $10.
Okay.
So make sure you do that
one time.
Yep. But you have to have it on you to do all the shows.
Yes, exactly. That helps support the Fringe because all the ticket sales go back directly to the artist. So that's a really cool thing about this event is that you buy a button for one time and you go and see as many Fringe shows as you want that you buy tickets to. And those ticket sales all go back to the artist who you are supporting doing their art. You can also find out information on our website, which is corsetsandcuties.com, and follow us on social media because we always have fun behind the scenes shots, headshots of all the different performers, and support to our sponsor, Premier Couple Superstore, who gives us things to give away to the audience every show. So somebody definitely leaves with a very happy ending.
Oh, hey-o.
Yeah.
I mean, the Premier Couple Store, you can like win an axe or something.
Oh, you might win something that has a handle.
Maybe vibrate, take batteries, it's rechargeable. I don't know.
All that fun stuff.
Yeah.
All that fun stuff.
So, in addition to the Sizzle show, which we're definitely gonna have to hit up,
yes,
you also are doing another little show, and this is going to be, I believe, on the stage or the lawn area for Orlando Fringe. Spill the tea.
Yes, this is another improvised thing. It's actually in the courtyard stage of the Shakes, which is nice because there's a roof like covering, there's chairs, and then there's also a bar, which is very important.
Yeah, that's right. That's in that middle area, in between the Shakes and the museum. That's right.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Gotcha.
So this is something we created last year, and it's an improvised show that's based off the suggestions that audiences put into our bitch box. We want to know what you want to bitch about. we've Johnny and I, my partner, we found that people just bitch and bitch and bitch, and then there's nothing that gets done, and you never get a chance to actually hear or consider the other person's point of view on a subject. So that's what we do in this show. We get a topic from the box that the audience gives us. One of us has to argue for, one of us has to argue against. We get, the ideas from the audience on what their take is. And then we kind of settle the debate by throwing up our hands and screaming a loud word into the ether that the audience gives us to put that topic to rest. And then we move on to another one. It can get very silly with some people, not liking the traffic on I-4, or it can get very political with debating women's rights or what's happening in our government right now. So you never know what we're going to pull out of the box because we get it all from the audience.
Right. That's something you could say for the burlesque show. They never know what they're going to pull out of their box.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's perfect.
I don't know if that...
I'm just kidding.
No. So this show is a free show. So we want people to come down and participate. It's a pay what you can. Okay. So we'll take tips. People can Venmo us on the QR code that we have at the show. It's an hour-long show, and it's something fun for people to just kind of vent. We want to give people an outlet and something constructive to do, and also maybe give people pause to think about maybe another person's point of view that keyboard warriors don't necessarily do. Especially all those online debates and fights that people get into. We are pushing people to actually see the other side of things. And we created it last year. We're bringing it back this year. We have 2 shows. We're going to do one Friday night, and we're going to do one next Thursday night, and that's in the Courtyard Stage at the Orlando Fringe.
Yep.
All right.
Very cool.
That is
also
awesome.
On the Courtyard Stage, if you flip to that Mama's graphic, I can give you a little update.
Which one?
Mama's Comedy
Mama's
Show.
Comedy.
There we go.
Show.
Yeah, we are going to do a Mama show at Fringe this year.
Oh, that's cool.
We've done it a couple of times, and we're coming back to the Courtyard Stage. That's going to be Sunday, the 28th, I believe, at 8:30. And that's going to be in the Courtyard Stage. Pay what you can. It's just going to be something fun for everybody to come and experience what Mama's is. We usually perform at Sleuth's Comedy Lab. No, sorry. Take 2. Sleuth's Mystery Dinner Theater, and that's on iDrive, and that's every Friday night at 8:00. But we're going to bring it to Fringe. That way people who don't usually get a chance to go out to iDrive will be able to see what Mama's is. Again, it's an improvised show. Think of it as Whose Line Is It Anyway? But it gets very blue, meaning adult. So
I like it. Okay. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun.
Awesome.
What's next? Let me keep talking about myself.
Well, this is where things get a little Spooky Empires this weekend, obviously. So
I love it.
we're gonna kind of give a quick rundown of the event with this one here. So let's do this. What we'll do is we'll go through the little preview first, then we'll get to the questions afterwards.
Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and bring this up here and make sure I'm doing this right. Too many things. There we go. Okay.
All right.
So May 19th through the 21st of this weekend here at the DoubleTree at Universal Studios, which is right across the street from where Universal Studios is. Spooky Empire, the dark side of Comic-Con, will be there. Go to spookyempire.com, buy all your tickets. Still rooms available, do all the things. But that's what's going on. Now,
Johnny and I are going to be there this weekend. I know you're going to be there all weekend, right?
You'll see HauntScene walking around. Yeah. You might see us in our HauntScene gear, or you might see us dressed up. So might do the things. But I have not been, and somebody will have to correct me. I feel like I missed a spooky, or I was out of town for one that was at the DoubleTree, maybe. But there was one that
I think that was Mayhem.
Okay.
Back when remember they used to do Mayhem like back in the day. I've been to Mayhem there.
All right.
But I don't think it was like Spooky Empire.
Because
this was like many, many years ago.
The last time
Mayhem is spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky Empire is the whole convention. We do Mayhem in the spring because we don't want to wait all year for Halloween.
That's right. Yes, it's called Mayhem. That's right. Okay. Yep. So I have been there for Spooky Empire. Okay.
We haven't been to the DoubleTree in a little while, but we're back to there from where we started a long time ago. So we're excited to be at the DoubleTree. This is maybe our smaller version of the October show, but it's still very mighty. It packs a punch.
Yeah.
And it has a ton of stuff that you're able to do.
Awesome. I think the last time I was there was like Halloween Extreme. They had a whole like bus tour, This was like, it predates HauntScene, so it must have been like 2014, 2015 or something like that.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that coming on here, and you are doing panels, but let's come back to that a little bit later, because what I wanted to do first is just give a quick rundown of Spooky and some of the guests that are going to be there this weekend, and then James runs the panels and asks them questions and all the things. So let's bring that up here. There we go, and look at that, the magic of live television. So go to spookyempire.com. You can look at the guest list and look at all the things. It's got, you can get a tattoo. There's a lot of awesome vendors that are there. Buy all the things. Halloween Shirt Company, which we love, is going to be there.
Love Halloween Shirt Company.
All right. But the biggest guest, this guest goes to 11. Wow, that was. Come on, you can steal that by the way for your panel. Good. Or you? I'm sorry if you're. You can steal that. Oh no, the gremlins came back.
Gone green again. The monsters have come.
Oh, James, no.
You can still hear me. It's fine.
That's fine. So Max Hedrum here / James is on the show. So we're gonna just very quickly run down the guests here. Millie Bobby Brown, obviously from Godzilla.
Mm-hmm. Godzilla
and nothing else.
Nothing. That's it. That's all she did with Godzilla. That was a
Stranger Things, 11, awesome. Enola Holmes, all that stuff. That's really cool. Are you gonna meet Millie Bobby Brown?
Possibly, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't met her yet.
There's like a special, separately ticketed panel for that, so that's gonna be neat.
Actually,
she was there.
Millie's only going to be appearing on Saturday, and you have to have the Millie Bobby Brown package to be able to have a meet and greet, see her panel, and take pictures. So make sure that you not only have admission to Spooky Empire, but you also have to have her particular VIP package.
Yeah, it'd be really confusing is if they ever had Bobby Brown as a guest.
Everyone like, oh, Millie Bobby Brown.
He's significantly less expensive. It's crazy. All right, so Millie Bobby Brown.
Pay you.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so Millie Bobby Brown.
Appearing only on Saturday. Make sure you go on the website and get all the details for how you can experience Millie Bobby Brown's photos, panels, and meet and greet opportunities.
But this is a huge guest, and Spooky Empire, they were in with Stranger Things from the jump.
Yeah,
because
I remember they were there years ago, back when the show started.
When they were children.
They were little and not well known like they are now. So
first year we had the Stranger Things kids. It was the year of the hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we actually had to cancel that year, and then they came back. So that was really cool for us.
Yeah. So we've got Millie Bobby Brown moving on here. We've got
that's familiar face.
Horror royalty Lynn Shay.
Yes, Lynn
Insidious.
Shay.
Oh, she's an icon. Yeah.
She's an icon. So Insidious,
The
Grudge.
The horror mother.
Yeah, the horror mother. Awesome. Spoiler alert, she something happens to her in the Insidious movie, but yet she's in a lot of the other ones because they're prequels. Yeah. Which is awesome.
Yeah.
So Lynn Shay's awesome. Can't wait to see
she's
that.
someone from a recent Screamcast in there. Who's the bottom one?
What's up?
That one after Lynn.
You're skipping over Lynn Shay?
I'm well aware of
I'm gonna let
I'm
Lynn,
very excited.
I'm gonna let
please do not tell Lynn.
Ms. Shay.
Ms. Shay, you're gonna go right up to our table? Hi, I'm Johnny Ronto from HauntScene.
No, you're not.
My co-host. Right over you.
Lynn Shay, amazing.
We all have our favorites.
Yeah. I'm moving on down here. Heather Matarazzo.
Now, I'm excited that she's going to be there because of Princess Diaries.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Scream 3. Scream.
She was in the newest Scream? Who she was in the newest Scream?
That's interesting. Welcome Dollhouse, Hostel Part 2.
I don't think she was in the newest Scream.
It says Scream 22.
That was the one with Jenna Ortega.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
That might be misprint. That's okay. That's all right. So she'll be there. The last time I think I saw her, she was hanging upside down. And you ever see Hostel?
Yes, I have.
Okay, yeah.
I have. Yes,
she was doing that.
Yes.
We lost James. James is back.
Oh,
hey, James.
I'm just coming back from the green. Sorry.
That's okay. We got gremlins. Speaking of possession, this is probably the person I am most excited to just put my eyeballs on.
Me
for
too.
real
Me too.
Is
Alyssa Sutherland. Oh, I'm so
I
excited.
can't tell you how many people have messaged me about meeting her because everybody is so excited about sexy maggot mommy.
Oh man, she's so.
Yeah.
Did you see New Evil Dead?
I have not, but I heard it was amazing.
Oh.
I haven't got around to it, but I heard it was really good.
It is so good.
It is.
Yeah.
It is brilliant, and she just, I mean, 110%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was a big fan of Vikings. You
Yeah.
know, and
The Mist?
she's big on Vikings.
The Mist, was that the remake, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
The remake Mist.
Yeah,
Okay.
the new
Law and Order
Mist.
SVU.
Yep.
I
Yep.
grew up on
Well,
that show.
If you're an actor in LA and you don't have a Law and Order credit to your name, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm very excited for Alyssa Sutherland.
Me too. Me three. You know, you can stream Evil Dead Rise now. So between now and then,
Yeah,
you might want to do your homework.
Okay, all right, that's true. I mean, it would look embarrassing if I go up and meet her. Be like, I haven't even seen her movie.
All I'm gonna tell you is that you will probably never use a cheese grater again.
Mm.
Okay, that's good to know. That's probably gonna ruin me for the rest of my life. But okay,
I mean, it's Evil Dead. It's brutal.
hey, that's very
It's-
true.
yeah.
That's it's gruesome. Yeah, it's
It's so
scary.
cool. This is such a cool guest to have. Like, it's, yeah, I'm really excited about Alyssa Sutherland. I think that's probably the person I'm looking forward to seeing the most. All right, we've got this one, which is actually really cool.
Oh, Night of the Living
this
Dead
is
cast.
like old school, which I love. Spooky
Yeah.
brings back some of the old
They're
school folks.
coming for you,
They
Barbara.
are. So we got Judith Ridley, Russ Striner, Kira Shawn, Judith O'Day. We've got 4 people from the original, the
I've
thing
seen
that
this
started
original.
it
I've
all.
seen that movie.
I would hope so.
Strangely enough,
Yep.
my boyfriend is also an O'Day, so it's odd that somebody else has that name and she's so like horror famous. I love that.
Yeah, that's so cool. So that'll be that is good. And sometimes when you have some folks that are older, you might want to get an autograph, you know, because they're not going to be here forever. I'm just saying. I'm like, so one of my big regrets was never meeting like a Stanley or something like
Who?
that, you know. And
Did you get a chance to meet Riku when he was visiting?
I
us?
did.
I did too. Yes,
and I
did
got
too.
a little thing
and I got a
signed,
signature.
and
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be morbid, and I'm not wishing
Yeah.
anything bad to happen to anybody, but don't sleep on this.
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
you're
if you
right.
get the
I'm-
autograph, do the things,
I'm really
you know?
glad that I got to meet Riku at Spooky Empire.
Yeah, I mean,
I got a signed creature,
yeah, me
a
too.
Black Lagoon figure from him too, and a picture. So
And we miss him.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, he's super
He's
nice.
lovely. And his daughter as well.
Yeah. So we got these folks right here, and then you know Melissa Lukac.
yes, I don't know. I'm a bit terrified at this
Hey!
next announcement.
That's one we got a little, you know, some familiar faces. You might have seen some of them on HauntScene Live before. Terrifier,
Yeah.
David Howard Thornton, Damian Leone, and Emily McLean. Really excited about that. And that's actually not it. There's other guests that go along with that as well.
Can I tell you, everybody who's been to Spooky before knows that my downfall is clowns. And I met David Howard Thornton backstage at Spooky a couple years ago, and he's a lovely man.
He is.
But I told him, I appreciate your work, but I will never see your movie. And he laughed and he said, that's exactly why we have art.
He plays a very terrifying clown.
We
Yes. And I've heard about some things in the movie which are aptly named terrifying.
Very gruesome. It's a
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
gruesome movie.
Yeah.
They show you everything.
Terrifier
in that
2 was
movie.
like, Terrifier 1's like, I'm really crazy. Look at this person. Getting this.
Let's take the
And then
second and see how
Terrifier
crazy
2 is
you're
like,
gonna
hold
get.
my beer.
Yeah,
You know,
pretty
like,
much.
My beer.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
We got a chance to have David on the show a year or so ago. He was an awesome guest. I've had a chance to speak to Damien. He's super cool.
Yeah, they're
really
really
into
awesome.
movies. Really loves to talk film. Awesome. And then we've got that crazy ghost girl character.
I would love to meet Amelia. She's
Yeah.
really nice.
Based on what?
It's just her picture.
Oh.
Yeah, the non-creepy picture.
I want to meet this creepy clown girl. Like, okay.
I don't even like looking at the pictures.
the non-creepy side of her. Yes.
Yeah. So if you're a Terrifier fan, definitely go to Spooky. Check it out. There's some people here. Samantha Scafidi right there, also from Terrifier. Something must have happened to them, you know, because
Yeah.
look at the third picture. We'll move through these. Thomas Rickman right here. Somebody from Terrifier 2. Go ahead and add that in. We've got Paul Wiley, guitarist here. Marilyn Manson, original score. That's really, really cool.
That's the rock and roll side of Spooky.
Very cool. Very cool.
And you know, Spooky covers a very wide spectrum of different types of guests. So there's almost something for everybody when you go.
You're absolutely.
Someone threw pennies at us. Someone threw pennies. That's the penny sound.
Yeah.
Someone threw pennies. It's Molly.
Yeah. All right, and then, like I said, something for everybody, because even if you're into things like Godzilla.
You
know,
yes.
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
Cool. Power Rangers, Godzilla.
Oh my god, I grew up on that stuff.
That is really,
that was
really
my
cool.
childhood.
Everybody wants to put on Godzilla feet and stomp on a city, right?
This is true.
Oh, yes. Yes, I agree.
And then I don't know enough about Godzilla to know, was Tsutomu, was this person, was he the person in the suit?
Yes, he's a suit.
Oh my
He
god.
was, really?
That's
so cool.
That is so cool.
You can meet the suit guy. That's so cool.
Godzilla guy.
I want.
Wow. If you get
Oh, is he gonna be dressed up like Godzilla?
I do believe that there is some photo ops of people in costumes of their characters. I'm not sure exactly which ones are what. They're listed on the website.
That's so
you can go on there
cool.
Yep. Definitely always prepay and pre-buy your photo ops too, because you never know when they're going to sell out, and don't count on being able to do them there.
Yeah, true.
yeah,
Man, I could get a picture with Godzilla.
I mean,
how awesome would that be?
Well, there's also, I mean, there's Hurricane Ryu. Looks like another suit actor here. Awesome. Yep. And then we've got Mizuho Yoshida. Looks really, really cool.
Wow.
That is so cool.
That's awesome.
Like I said, something for everybody.
How often do you get to be Godzilla?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
But there's more.
Oh, but there's more. We've got Brian Van Holt from House of Wax, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Black Hawk Down. I love that movie. Have you ever seen that movie?
Black Hawk Down?
Yeah, Black Hawk Down. It's a good movie.
I have seen Black Hawk
That's
Down.
a great movie.
Sons of Anarchy I was a huge fan of.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Cougar Town.
Yeah, Cougar Town. And then down here, moving on down below, another House of Wax, John Abrahams here. Meet the Parents, scary movie.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah. And then we were talking about this before the show, but Tim O'Connell, freaking Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
One of the Darth Vaders.
Darth Vader daddy. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
he was Hayden Christensen's stunt double for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and I know we talked about this earlier, and there is the debate whether or not a suit actor is the actor, if you consider them Darth Vader. And my fight, again, my argument with that is he's in the suit, he does the fighting, he's credited, he's Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Now we all know that James Earl Jones is the voice of Darth Vader, but there's so many people that have played the character in the suit to bring him to life.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
And you know what? That's awesome. But you know what else has something where, different people put on a suit and things? Also, Jason freaking Voorhees.
Jason Voorhees, my favorite.
Graham is gonna be
I've
there.
met CJ Graham a few years ago. He is such a nice guy. Yeah. And that is my favorite Jason movie, actually, in the franchise.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
He's a friend of Spooky. He comes and visits us quite often, and always a fan favorite.
Yeah.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
Him and I were having a conversation about who's better, Jason or Freddy, and we settled with Jason. So.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to come in there. I'm a Freddy girl through and through.
Yeah, Freddy's cool. Freddy's funny.
All right. And at CJ Graham, we've got William Forsythe, which is really cool, from Devil's Rejects. Late edition.
Yeah.
We just announced him this past week. It was super cool. Everybody's really excited because he's another fan favorite.
Yeah, really, really cool. That's cool. That's really cool that even if some people have to reschedule or cancel, that there are quality replacements. That's really, really cool. So I'm sure people were really happy.
We're not done yet.
Oh, we're not done yet. We're gonna keep going. Butch Patrick. Yep. Got Butch Patrick here from the Munsters.
Again, another spooky favorite. He's always a fan favorite because Munsters has that nostalgia.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is really cool. I'm gonna grow Widow's Peak, and I'm gonna have him autograph Widow's Peak.
Your forehead. Yeah. That's a classic. Munsters is a classic. I love the Munsters.
Yeah, Monsters is awesome. And then we've got Max LaFerriere from Scream 6. So the new Scream and some other things.
He played the Ghostface
Suit
character?
actor.
A suit actor. Okay.
He's the character. He's the guy in the suit. He's the one that does all the kills. He's the one that does all the stunts. We all know Roger Jackson is the voice of Ghostface, and he's a lovely past spooky guest as well. He's also the voice of Mojo Jojo, which a lot of people don't realize. Right. He's one of my favorite past panel interviews. He's a lovely, lovely man. But Max is the one who has to actually do all that hard, heavy-hitting fighting and choreography with, complete face covering. So I love that this is the round of spooky that all the suit characters are getting some love.
Yeah, spooky suit empire.
Suit empire.
Love it. So that's really cool. And then another film royalty, Danny Lloyd from The Shining.
Very cool.
Dr. Sleep. I love Dr. Sleep, by the way. I thought that movie was awesome. Yes. So Danny Lloyd, another kind of royalty in a completely different type of genre, Lloyd Kaufman from the Trauma films, which is really, really cool.
Yes, and again, he's another spooky fan favorite. Everybody who's met him says he's such a lovely person to talk to, and he's very passionate about the genre. So, every time he's there, we've always got stories.
Nice. Romeo and Juliet. Some of these movies I have not revisited in a very, very long time. And then we have my my ex girlfriend, Frankenhooker. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's the Patty Mullen will be there. Frankenhooker. That was a bad ex-girlfriend joke. That's right. I don't want to. Yeah. You've never seen Frankenhooker? I
have not.
Wow. So Patty Mullen will be there.
All her pieces and parts.
Okay.
Nice.
That's good.
Nice.
So Frankenhooker.
Nice.
And then some other Devil's Rejects, Halloween, Walking Dead. Lou Temple will be there, so you'll recognize him from those right there. Awesome. He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Oh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. Yeah.
And then we've got Oliver Robbins. So this is
the movie that gave me the clown issue. As you can see in that picture that I'm not looking at right now.
That's
Hold on, let me zoom in.
Clown. Johnny held that clown.
We
got a picture of that.
We've run into a prop version of that clown several times.
Oh, thank you.
Johnny was like hugging it, girl.
No,
I mean, she was hugging it and everything.
Me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nope.
So if you've seen Poltergeist growing up, the clown, I think that's probably where a lot of people's claustrophobia or the fear of clowns.
I was scared of clowns growing up. I still kind of am. The fear's there, but it's not as bad as it used to be, though.
Yep.
They're terrifying, though. I agree with you.
I have not had a chance to see this movie yet, the Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
I haven't either.
But they've got a ton of people from this movie here.
Yeah.
Greg David Dowsett.
Was this one in theaters or was it just on streaming services?
I think it blipped on theaters. Yeah.
Was it? Oh, it was? Okay.
For a little bit.
Yeah.
It's streaming now. You can watch it online, which is going to be part of my homework coming up. And I probably will be able to get a little bit of a tidbit about a sequel.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Winnie the Two.
Hey.
Winnie the Two. He's back and he's pissed.
Yes, it's true. Oh man, I want to meet him. I just can't.
Terrifying. You're right. He looks like a human. You're absolutely right.
Please don't take that personally, Craig. But he's wearing I think it's a mortal mask.
He looks just like him. You're right.
Yeah. And then we'll probably check this movie out before Spooky this weekend. Amber Doig Thorne, also from Winnie the Pooh. Deans at Dawn
posted on her social media how excited she is to be with us this weekend.
That's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah,
and some of these folks are first timers for Spooky, so that's kind of cool.
And it's kind of neat to meet first timers too, because you never know what they're going to be in next, and you can say you knew them when.
Exactly. You never know how big they're going to get. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All right, and then we got Nikolai Leon here from Winnie the Pooh.
Blood and Honey.
Blood and Honey. So that's really cool. And then, unfortunately, Bonnie Morgan had to cancel. So we'll see if Bonnie can come back for that. Really, really cool. I'm a huge fan of The Ring. Her name is Bonnie Morgan, and then there's Samara Morgan is the chick from The Ring. Okay, never mind. All right. So go to spookyempire.com if you want to recap all these guests, but this is a really, really cool lineup here. Like I said, something for everybody. Man, this is gonna be so cool.
I'm so excited.
Awesome.
I'm
All
so
right.
excited.
Really excited about that. Now, you will also be doing the panel here, which is going to, well, actually several panels.
Yes, I split the panels with my spooky sister, Kid Cadet, and the ones that I don't host, she hosts. So we kind of ping pong back and forth. So Friday, I start off with Tom O'Connell, and I'm super excited because I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. And getting a chance to meet Daddy Darth, I mean, that's just hot. I have a thing for tall guys in black suits, I guess. And then Saturday, having Alyssa Sutherland is super cool because of it being so hot right now with Evil Dead Rise. And so many people who are excited to meet her are going to be there this weekend. And then we jump over Saturday at 2 p.m. for the Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey cast panel. Cast panels are always cool because you hear stories among the cast of different things that went on that you won't know unless you're there in the panel room. We hear some pretty interesting things that happen during filming or, behind the scenes or things that go wrong. So you never know what stories are going to come out of those panels. And then Sunday, I have, again, another cast panel with a reunion of the cast of Night of the Living Dead. So that's the lineup I have for my panels. And anybody else who I didn't list, Kid Cadet will be hosting. So you've got two very knowledgeable ladies who are spooky fans, horror fans. I consider myself a pop culture fan. So I go into the panels hosting them as a fan, not somebody who's going to sit and interview hard-hitting questions. I want to hear their stories. I want to hear their experiences of what they do and what they love about, being recognized in the horror genre. We do a Q&A. We do let, the audience come up and ask their questions. And I always challenge people to ask questions that maybe they haven't been asked a million times before that you could just see for yourself on YouTube. Really find out something that's personal, maybe how they related to their characters or the movies, or if you have something quirky and funny you want to ask, we love those too. Just because you never know what's going to come out, during those that quick 45 minutes that we have to talk to those people.
Right, and it goes by so fast. And don't be shy. Don't be shy if you want to ask a question. Get up there.
Yeah. I already have people telling me, I don't know if I could ask Alyssa Sutherland anything. She's so pretty. And I'm like, oh, I've got questions. So I have no problem asking all the questions.
Yeah. Like, what's your phone number? Hey! I don't think that's going to work.
No, that won't work.
Are you single? Are you looking?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Go for it then, Johnny.
Bronto's back on the menu, I guess.
There you go.
Let's do it. All right.
Johnny, I have your phone number. I could always slip it to her.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's all right. I only have eyes for somebody else.
You could be like, do you know who this is?
Yeah.
Because I know.
You know who this is? Yeah, I don't think that she'll ever hear of me ever, but that's fine. All right. So,
the last thing on my schedule is the costume contest. Is that what you were going to bring up next?
Yep.
Great. Okay, so Spooky Empire is one of, if not the best place to people watch. All weekend long, people wear the most amazing, imaginative, well thought out, well put together costumes, cosplays, mashups, homages, whatever you want to call them. We have people who do really interesting, personal costumes, people who create their own characters. Oh, I froze again. And then we have a costume contest on Sunday, which wraps everything up. Now, there's two categories in the costume contest. There's exhibition, which means that you have bought and put together at least 70% of your costume. And then there's craftsmanship, which means that you have made at least 70% of your costume. That way we give people who are not so adept at making costumes a chance in the exhibition category if they've just bought and put together a really cool costume, or people who spend that time and have those creative tendencies to put all those different things together, making their costume. There is a best in show prize of $500 cash, plus really, really cool wrestling championship belts from Mohawk Crew.
Oh, that's cool.
And then there's other cash categories, best exhibition, best craftsmanship. I believe in Mayhem, we also do either a best group or best lookalike. There's different categories in October and in May, and you can find out about that at the con. You need to sign up in advance. We also have a kids contest that we do before the adult round, and that's always so great to see our next line, our next generation of horror fans. I mean, if you you can turn an eye to a little 4-year-old dressed as Chucky. I dare you. You know what I mean? It's just so great to see them get up on stage and get excited about their costumes too.
Super cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we give away over $1,000 in cash and prizes, and we usually have some pretty great judges too who join us, who have been on, Face Off, or people who are in the industry here around town, who are show directors at area theme parks, and people who really know their stuff, who are looking for all the details that go into making the things that these people show up with. So it's definitely the place to see and be seen for costuming and cosplaying.
Heck yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, they do.
And I personally dress for all of my panels, so I like to have something that goes along with what we're.
So what you're telling me is there might be lightsabers involved with something this weekend?
I cannot confirm or deny lightsaber, but there might be a little bit of a Rebel Alliance.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I'm a fighter.
Hey, are you gonna dress like Mama Magnet? Mama Maggot?
Mama Maggot.
Yeah.
I don't think I own enough blood to do justice to the character that she portrayed. My goodness.
That was a good character, yeah.
Yeah.
There were dump trucks full of blood in this movie. You'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely gotta watch it before this weekend.
There definitely will be homages to everybody that I interview, and the costume contest, again, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's the best way to end the weekend.
Heck yeah. All right. We got to get through the questions.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Oh, I love questions.
So we've got 10 questions, right? So let's go ahead and 10 questions for Jaimz Dillman. Are you ready for this?
Nervous?
All right. So
Okay.
we're going to go through these at a pretty good clip. Can't wait for Spooky. It's going to be awesome. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. 10 questions. Here we go. First one. How did you get involved with Spooky Empire?
I have an improv background, so I studied improv at Sac Comedy Lab right out of high school. My continued college education was theater improv, and from that I began hosting the shows, and from that people recognized that I could talk to people, banter back and forth. And one of my favorite people in the world, Dina Bina, got me involved with Spooky, and she was a very long time Spooky employee, a Spooky backbone, really. She wrangled all the volunteers, and this past year she's had some health issues that she's had to battle, so we are keeping her in our thoughts and our good juju out there, and hopefully we'll see her back at Spooky very soon.
Yeah.
Hope so.
Awesome. Second question. Melissa.
Do you have any advice for first-time attendees to Spooky Empire?
Oh my gosh. There's a really cool fan-based podcast called The Complete Guide to Spooky Empire, or Complete Guide to Spooky, something along those lines.
Been on that show.
Have you?
Yeah, you know that show.
Yeah.
They have a lot of really good tips, so you can go and watch those videos. I would say definitely read up on the website of what you need to know. Buy your tickets in advance, wear comfortable shoes, hydrate, bring snacks, please wear deodorant.
Yes.
Please, yes.
And give yourself plenty of time for parking and walking over, because it will get busy. And there are still VIP packages available if you're interested in doing everything Spooky has to offer. And that includes the VIP party. And entrance into everything that Spooky is doing. Now, a regular admission, you can do, everything as far as the panels and the vendor rooms and the tattoo alley, which you can leave with a permanent souvenir of Spooky Empire. So yeah, I would just say really read up on everything. And if you have any questions, go on the Spooky socials, and everybody is more than happy to help and answer those questions.
Yeah. Really cool community.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of, what is your go-to snack during Spooky?
Oh my gosh. Now that I'm on more like a protein-based, healthy snacking,
Me too.
my go-to is I always have cheese sticks. I always have protein water to keep myself hydrated. And my daughter is actually really good. She's my Spooky roadie, and she has been since she was like 4. She helps me get dressed and ready for all my panels and keeps me in the snacks. But I love Rice Krispie treats.
Oh, I love Rice Krispie treats.
Yes,
So
quick and
good.
sweet.
Yes.
I don't know if you've noticed this in the whole time you've been doing Spooky Empire, but somehow, whenever you go to Spooky Empire, nothing has any calories the whole weekend. I don't know. I don't make the
Calories
rules.
do not exist at Spooky Empire.
That's true. So.
The amount of running around I do, yes, you're correct.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you're wearing a costume, you're hot. You're sweating
Everyone's in
out,
the suits, you know. Yeah,
you're losing weight.
You're good,
you know?
yeah.
I mean,
Yes, absolutely.
able to put more calories in,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So yeah, that works.
Definitely plan on keeping something to keep your energy levels up because it takes a lot, especially if you're doing the after hours pool parties.
Like Ghost Energy.
Ghost sponsor us. Ghost Energy.
Oh, Ghost.
Here in the
Sponsor us,
HauntScene
don't you
studios.
Please
Yes.
sponsor us. Ghost
Please
Energy.
sponsor us.
Okay, that's fine. That was really bad. All right. I got a question. I don't know if you'll know the answer to this one, but what is your favorite state name right now besides Florida?
I feel like there's a story behind this.
But,
Are you referring to
there's-
my favorite state of Georgia?
Oh, I knew that answer. Yeah.
What's the story behind this? I don't know.
So,
The story behind that is my significant other at the time right now is in Georgia. He lives in about an hour away from Atlanta. And so Georgia is where I have my heart right now.
yeah.
Aw, that's so cute.
Happy.
Georgia on my mind.
hap-
Actually, it's my latest tattoo.
Oh, okay.
Aw, that's adorable.
That's awesome.
So
You know,
cute.
I got to meet Georgia at some point. I don't even know the
We'll be
person's
here
real
this
name.
Weekend.
Yeah. All right. Well,
It'll
really,
be
then
spooky.
we'll have
That even perfect. Yeah, perfect.
He'll
We'll be
in
there all
Spooky this
weekend.
weekend.
Awesome.
And you know what's funny is I've referred to him as Georgia for so long. Everybody actually, when they meet him, they're like, "Oh, you're Georgia," and he's just.
Oh yeah, you're Georgia. You changed your name.
Yep.
Very cool. That's awesome.
I told you I was gonna sneak it in there.
You're
All
gonna
right.
sneak it in there. All right.
All right, Melissa, go ahead and ask this one.
What is the craziest costume you've ever seen at Spooky Empire? By far, the craziest.
John and Eric are the ones who have won the spooky costume contest the most, and they've won so many times. We made them judges because nobody can compete with them. They're just amazing.
Oh my goodness.
They're the ones that did the Elvira Pop.
Oh, that was so good.
Oh,
ones
I
that
remember that
did
one. Yep.
Edward Scissorhands and the Living Topiary.
Mhm.
So their costumes are just beyond compare. So they're the ones who do like amazing costumes. Now there's some other things that I've seen that have just been so wild, like Jackie Sonnenberg, I believe her last name. She's a local author.
She does some
And she comes
unique
out-
costumes.
She comes out dressed as her characters that she writes about in her books, which
Yes.
is really cool.
Yeah, they're awesome.
There's been, people with full size beds with Reagan from Exorcist in it that spew. That floors me. Jared and his mom build costumes around his wheelchair, which is always amazing.
That's
They've done the
cool.
Misery bed.
Yeah.
And she was the Kathy Bates character, and he was in the Misery whole setup there. And then the kids that really get into it, who are into making their own costumes. There's a young lady who's, I think she's 14 now, but she does her own characters and costumes and her own prosthetic makeup and everything on stilts.
Oh wow.
So to be that good already at such a young age, John and Eric and I were talking about this the last spooky, is we can't wait to see how it progresses.
Mhm.
How these kids do so well at such a young age, and then they just have a wealth of time and things at their disposal to just get better. So we've seen group costumes too, of like there was a whole group that did the survivors of, well, not survivors unfortunately, but they did like a whole group of people from the Titanic, and they all did like in blue scale.
That's
And they were all
cool.
covered-
I wish I
They were
would have
all
seen
covered-
that.
Yeah, they were all covered in like icicles and stuff, so that was really cool.
Cool.
I've seen a group of like Jaws, people
Right.
from the Jaws
Yeah.
movies, and they had the signs and everything, and the picket signs.
Scooby-Doo villains.
The Scooby-Doo
Oh my
villains.
God.
Yep. I saw
Scooby-Doo
this.
villains,
Yep.
John, that was John and Eric.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I could have guessed.
And I saw this
Yeah.
couple
Really
do black and white version of the original Psycho.
Oh,
It was a man
Yes, I
and
was gonna
yes,
mention them too, the grayscale.
it was
Yeah.
so cool. It was so cool.
There
I saw it a few
there
years
was
ago.
group a couple years ago that did 13 Ghosts from the movie.
Oh,
the movie.
cool.
That was really cool. I love the group costumes
I
because
do
it
too.
takes a lot of coordinating.
Yeah.
When Joan Cusack was with us, there was a group that did the Addams Family Values with Debbie, and that kind of stuff. When you can get a whole bunch of people together to do
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it's even more fun. And my daughter's getting into it now, and she does her costumes and stuff for the kids costume contest. Oh look, I froze again.
Oh.
I tell you, there's gremlins in my system.
It's all right. We're bringing it home. Do you remember that really cool group a couple of years ago when there was like the 8-bit Jason Voorhees?
Yes.
And he had
Yes.
2 really attractive camp counselors that were bloody. Remember
Yes. Actually, that was last year. Or the year
not
before.
last year. That was like 4 years ago.
Is it
That was
really?
a long time ago. It was pre-pandemic.
I know I did a camp counselor last year.
I was just kidding. That was the group cosplay that we did.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, you did it. Yeah, that's right. You did an 8-bit
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah.
Putting your own horn.
I was just seeing.
I did a camp counselor last year for the Friday the 13th theming.
Gotcha.
I think it was
wore
last
a camp
October.
counselor
Yeah.
shirt when I did the reunion panel. Yep.
Nice. All right.
What's next?
What are the best? You already kind of touched on this a little bit.
Yeah.
What are the best types of audience questions at panels? Like that.
Because I want to prep people on too when we do panels, and you come up to ask a question. Just ask a question and make sure it's not a yes or no question, because then that doesn't get people talking. We also know that you love the person that you're there to see. We don't need to hear that, oh my God, your movie's changed my life. Oh my God, I love you so much. We know that because you're in the panel, but that takes up time where other people could be asking questions. So when you come to do a Q&A, if you're going to step up and ask a question, just get right to the question, introduce your name. And just, again, think of something that you don't think everybody's asked them a million times, or you can't just find out on their IMDb profile. The best part the best way I've ever seen this done, Richard Dreyfuss, before we opened his Q&A, he said, if you ask a question of me about Jaws that hasn't been asked, I will give you $5. And the first person who stepped up and asked him a question, there's a lot of history with the shark going, having problems in the filming of Jaws. Have you ever had that happen again in another movie where the props just didn't cooperate? And he thought about it and he looked at the person and then he said, well, I owe you $5. So that was the coolest.
That's cool.
And at the end of the panel, he literally took out his wallet and handed them $5.
Wow, that's awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
I know. I'm not going to give everybody $5. So
Right. Yeah. Don't get any ideas. I find because I asked Brad Dourif a question about one of his lesser known films, like when he has his not lesser known, but his cameo in like Exorcist 3. And I think if you go off the beaten path with some questions, those are really good too.
They get excited about people who really know their work. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Go ahead and ask this one.
Do you have any dream guests or panels, living or dead, that you would want to do at Spooky Empire, or want to have done at
living
Spooky?
or dead? Oh my gosh, I got
or living and dead.
Living dead.
Living dead.
I got one checked off my list recently. I got to do Robert Englund's panel. Not so much a panel really, because he kind of runs his own show, but I was on stage with him. And
That's awesome.
And I was wearing my Freddie pinup girl costume. He loved it. So
I heard he's really cool. I want to meet him so bad.
Really, really cool. Really lovely man, but he definitely runs his own show, very much like Bruce Campbell. It's not so much an interview as it is just their one-man show.
Yeah.
And that's what people come to see. So you can't be mad at it.
Mm-hmm.
But gosh, dream guest. I mean, I would love to have Lucifer.
Tom Ellis. Oh, he was born on the same exact day that I was.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Fitting image twin, absolutely. I would love to.
I can tell. Look just like.
Ouch. Damn. He's a very attractive man. I mean,
and see, it freezes on me. There you go. I would love to have him. Gosh, it's so hard to say because I get excited about every time we have a guest list and there's somebody or some reason I love people to. I always ask the audiences too who they would love to see. Stephen King would be amazing. Of course.
That would be awesome.
I'll call him.
Rob Zombie would be amazing. Of course.
King of horror.
God, there's so many different things, and you put me on the spot. I can't, and my freeze again with the beautiful face.
Have you had a favorite panel that you've ever hosted?
Yeah, I've had a few favorites that stand out for different reasons. Like Barry Bostwick was one of my absolute favorites, just because we had the best chemistry on stage with each other, and we had jokes back and forth. And I was dressed as Janet, and he proposed to me at the end of the panel.
Oh, that's cute.
It was the cutest. Kathy Najimny was amazing because I portray Mary Sanderson.
I love her. Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, Yeah, I do Mary Sanderson for a series, Patty Cake Productions on YouTube, and then I do it at Halloween for extra money. So that was very surreal. In my Mary costume, meeting Mary, that was surreal. Um, the reunion panels are really cool. I got to do the panel for the Ladies of Nightmare on Elm Street, so that was really cool.
Yes. I met Nancy last year. The lady who played Nancy.
Yeah,
she is so sweet. Heather,
Lovely.
yes. She happened before I went to Spooky that day. She was in front of me in Starbucks. And then she remembered that I was behind her at Starbucks. It was great.
And then moments that I love that have happened, like we had the reunion cast of E.T. and
Dee Wallace.
Dee Wallace during that panel found out that the boys had a big crush on her and they considered her a MILF. And she didn't know what that meant. So in my panel, Dee Wallace found out what MILF meant.
Oh. All right, then.
It was just a moment that was so much fun. Christina Ricci was amazing. Legend,
She's very nice. I met her a few years ago.
She's so nice.
She's so
it was
sweet.
like having a conversation with a girlfriend just sitting on the couch hanging out, you know? So, I mean, I could go on for hours about the cool experiences. That's people, awesome. But those are the ones that kind of stand out right now.
Nice. Very cool. All right. I know you do a lot of research. How do you prepare to conduct a panel with someone you've never met before?
Most of them are people I've never met. The only panels I've kind of repeated are Alex Vincent from Child's Play. And he's a local and he's a very good friend of Spooky. So I've interviewed him a few times and he's really cool because he's got great stories. So for people that I've never met, which is most everybody, obviously you start with watching their shows, their movies, dive into their IMDb, find out the little known stuff, where they went to school, where they're from, get their social security number, their blood type, look into their financial
phone number for Johnny if they're single.
Run their credit.
You can find their addresses and pick through their garbage out front. Find out what
sell their things on eBay. Perfect.
Go to the grocery store, find out what they get for dinner.
A little B&E, never hurt anybody. Wow. James goes deep.
I go deep. Get their wardrobe from their last film and sample the DNA, that kind of
try on their clothes. Yeah, of course. All that good stuff. Yeah.
Fingernail clippings.
Best, the most prepared.
She becomes the guest. She becomes the guest. That's what she does.
I'm a method interviewer. Yes.
That's awesome. That's so cool. All right. So this one I thought was kind of interesting. What celebrity would you like to host a panel that is asking you questions?
Oh, goodness. Who I would want to interview me? I don't know. Because, you can go the route of like a regular talk show person like Jimmy Fallon. That would be really fun.
That would be fun.
And I would love to do like the games and stuff that he does. But I don't know, like as far as like a spooky guest that we've had in the past, again, Kathy Najimy was really cool. And she seemed to want to know about people. That was cool. I don't know, maybe Petey, because he's my boss. That might be kind of fun. If he's a celebrity, he's a local celebrity. That's interesting. That's a hard question to answer. So like it depends on which route you want to go.
Okay.
Jimmy Fallon would be really fun.
Jimmy Fallon would be fun.
Yeah,
who I would want? Peter Cullen. His voice is amazing. He could read me stories.
Peter Cullen?
Yeah.
Like Optimus Prime?
Optimus Prime, yes. Have you heard his voice?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Optimus Prime. All right.
Either that or Morgan Freeman.
All right.
Nice
Morgan
voice.
Freeman narrates my life.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Oh, Ernie Hudson was really good too.
He's cool.
Having Ernie
I went to the panel for Ernie Hudson. He's really cool.
I was dressed as a Ghostbuster for that panel.
Very cool.
All right, I think this is the last one. And this is just to kind of go back to, because I want to make sure that everybody understands how burlesque works, especially if you've never ever been to a burlesque show, Melissa.
Yes.
So real quick, because we've got to wrap it up here in a few minutes. What should you bring or not bring to a burlesque show?
Okay, so what you should not bring to a burlesque show is your camera. We like to have everything contained within the show, and if you're there, you see the show. If not, so sad, come to the next one. You don't get it for free. Plus, we want people to be present and in the moment and enjoy the show and not sit behind those little 3-inch screens. What you should bring to a burlesque show is singles, because you want to tip your performers for a job well done.
Yep.
All
You
right.
want to bring cash for the bar, cash for merchandise possibly,
Yep.
and your sense of adventure, and leave your inhibitions at the door and just have, like I said in my show every time, a good damn time.
Oh yeah.
I'll go.
And of course, the Cuties is a really, really good time.
Yeah.
Can I tell you too, what's funny is, yes, we love tips, obviously cash tips, because it's very expensive to look as cheap as we do. But I've had some people tip me in very creative ways, which makes me cackle laugh every time. I've had Old Navy bucks before from friends of mine who know us on my mom, you know, and that goes really far to buy clothes for your kids. I've had chocolate cake. I've had donut bouquets, which, come on. And then my favorite, and I swear if I get any more from doing this interview, it's gonna again make me cackle laugh. Popeye's chicken sandwiches.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
I have a friend that brought them a few times to the shows, and that was my tip. And I just can't. It almost made me laugh till I peed.
Oh man, I'll bring you some of those new strawberry
I
biscuits.
want to bring something so big it wouldn't fit in the jar, and it would be really awkward when they're going around collecting. You know.
We have those. We have the Catholic altar baskets on sticks. So anything that can fit in that basket, I'm game for. Bring it on. I love gifts and treats.
That's awesome.
You know, slip me some chocolate cake or you know, cheese curds from Fringe. Yeah, bring those.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fun.
I'll bring.
I brought these fresh.
I'll bring you a whole chocolate cake. I'll just get a public chocolate cake on my way there.
You will get a personal visit from me.
Oh my goodness. There you go.
I mean, yeah, I can't wait till you get to see burlesque.
Me too. I want to go.
They're so much fun.
We have
Awesome.
a good time.
All right. Well, that is all that I have.
Oh, that's all.
That was so much fun.
That's it. The hour went by so fast.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I just feel like there's so much to talk about and make sure that I covered everything.
Well, I mean,
Spooky-
this is the part where you can give the shout outs or whatever you want.
What are you most excited for this weekend?
Other than seeing
us, of
yeah,
course.
I mean,
Seeing you guys. Oh yeah, sure. Having Georgia with us.
Aw.
And him being able to be in my world and seeing all the craziness that we get to do here.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter, you know, spending time with her at the weekend. It's always a fun bonding weekend for us. I love my cast for Corsets and Cuties, and I'm very proud of the work that they put up. The venue that we're in this year is the first venue we can do our full aerial acts. So we have aerial, we have dancing, we have pole dancing, we have live singing. So that show is I'm always very proud of putting that up. That's like another child of mine. I'm excited to meet Alyssa. I'm excited to see the vendors because I have a lot of vendor friends and buying really cool stuff. And I will say, if you see something cool, it's spooky. Don't wait to buy it because it won't
definitely
be there
buy like these shirts that they sell during the event. Definitely buy them as soon as you see them because I've learned my lesson in the past.
Yeah.
The sizes will sell out.
The sizes will sell out. If you wait to the end, they're all gone.
Exactly. And I'll tell you a little sneak peek. In October, I might have a personal interest in a vendor booth that might be importing from Georgia. So
Ooh.
yeah, I'm excited about that. So yeah, and spooky, you know, I want everybody to know that it is a family event. We have kids spooky where there's things for them to do. There's the costume contest for the kids. The vendors most of the time have bowls of candy out on their tables for kids to come by and trick or treat, you know. So it is scary. It is a little spooky. There might be some fake blood. There, you know, serial killers walking around, whatever. But
Sometimes.
this is the dark side of con, and we have something for everybody, and we just want everyone to have a good time. Everybody's very friendly. It's one of the most welcoming, family driven cons that there's my face again, that you definitely meet people that become your community, and it's like a reunion every year.
Oh yeah. I'm excited.
I'm very excited. I always look forward to Spooky Empire. It's always a fun time.
Yeah.
And definitely say hi to me. I'm going to be running back and forth between panels and whatnot. But if you see my hair, say hi, James. If I don't know you, or if I don't see you because I don't have my glasses on, or if I don't remember your name because I'm terrible that way, I will say hi. I will smile. I will take treats.
And then Popeye's chicken sandwich.
I'm just gonna be like chocolate cake.
There you go.
Plug
Throw
in.
me a Rice Krispie treat as I run.
I'll throw you a
know,
Rice Krispie treat at you.
That's awesome.
So I'm very excited to see everybody.
Yay,
It's again,
me too.
it's one of the most wonderful time of the
It
year.
really is. It really is like a little vacation.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And I'm excited to see you guys. I always love giving you hugs.
Yes, yes, of course.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time tonight. I do appreciate you spending an hour with us tonight. Everybody say hi to James, and we're gonna go ahead and wind this down and wrap it up.
Alrighty.
So I can get some sleep for the next couple days before
What's
this
that?
insane. Well, I mean, now is the time to get sleep for the next.
Yeah,
couple
because
days.
when the haunt
Next night
season
or
comes,
two.
I don't know what sleep is.
Yeah. So, but thank you, James. Appreciate it. Hang out on Zoom for a moment. If Georgia's watching, hi Georgia. I get to meet
Hi,
you this
Georgia.
weekend. I can't wait. Guess what? It'll be a good time.
Oh, and check out all the articles and reviews I have on creepykingdom.com.
Do all the things. Yeah, and we cross paths with James a lot in the hot season too, because doing the media things. So.
Doing things.
All right. Well, James, hang out on Zoom. We'll be back with you here in a moment. Everybody says hi. All right. Let's go ahead and we're going to wrap this up with the right screen. There we go.
Hey.
All right. Cool. Well, that was a good show.
That was so much
James is so
fun.
good.
Yes.
And you know, I James has been somebody that's always been, we've clicked. She's always had our back, and I do appreciate her friendship and the experiences that we've had together, because James is awesome. So I always look forward to having good friends on the show. So
Same.
yeah, support all the things. Go do the things. Definitely do the Course It's Cutie show. Anything that James gets involved with is amazing. So please support that. Would appreciate that. But we gotta wrap it up.
All right.
Wrap it up. You know who's on the show next week?
I sure do.
What? All right, coming up here on the show,
Hunters Against Hate.
Hunters Against
Yep.
Hate. So let's go ahead and show that. We've got a couple shows left here this month. We've got Paul Lander here from
Lander.
Hunters Against Hate next Tuesday. Really excited to talk to Paul about that whole thing. And then May 30th, we've got Amanda and Brad. They actually just announced, before show, they just showed the cover of book 3 of the Sir Henry's Haunted
Very
Trails.
cool. Very cool.
Yeah,
Very exciting.
so excited to have them.
stuff
They'll
to
be
come
in
this
the
fall.
studio. So yeah, we gotta. Have you read the books yet?
I have them, but I haven't read them yet.
Well,
no.
you need to get in on
I
it.
didn't get them. I have the Valentine's one.
Yeah.
And the other one.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got that, and probably in the next week or two, we're actually going to put our calendar out for June. We don't have a ton of shows in June. We have some really cool guests in June, so excited about that. One guest is freaking huge. Can't wait. All right, so a couple things to wrap us up here. Thank you to our Patreon supporters, everybody that follows us on Patreon and supports us. All of you keep the lights on for HauntScene, pay the haunt bills in the Dropbox and the Zoom and all that stuff. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. Follow us on Instagram. We just hit 10.5K on Instagram, which is really, really cool. We're steadily growing on YouTube. We're doing vlogs and things. Thank you, Sherry, for that. So Sherry's helping out with that. Awesome. Hey, we got candy samples in here. That's
What's
awesome.
up,
Hey,
Candy?
Sean. And follow us on all the other platforms. We're HauntScene on everything. Really, really easy to find. And last but not least, remember, you can sponsor HauntScene. Please reach out to us, hauntscene@gmail.com. We will go over the specifics of that. But yeah, I would love to have that little rotating image of sponsors. So we're still in talks with a couple people about that. But please support us. That would be helpful. And we got more. We got
more
somebody threw
pennies.
more pennies at us. Thank you, Molly Zombie. Appreciate that. But that's going to be it for us tonight. So we will see you next week with Paul Lander from Hunters Against Hate. Really looking forward to that show. It is going to be awesome.
Or we'll see you, everyone going to Spooky Empire
Yeah.
weekend. We will see you this weekend. If you see us, say hi, just take a picture.
I will probably be dressed up one day.
Oh, Johnny will be dressed up one day, so you might not recognize
I
him.
don't know.
But,
I will be
I will
posting
be there,
pictures.
and I don't know if I'm
not
gonna get
dressing
dressed up or not. I'm not sure. I haven't figured it out yet. I know I'll be there Saturday and Sunday for sure.
Right.
And one day I'm gonna be in my HauntScene gear. So if you see me, don't be afraid to say hi.
Yep. Awesome. Oh, well, we're going to go ahead and roll credits. Thank you all for watching us. We do appreciate the support. We would not be here without you. So thank you. Remember, what we do is not about us. It's about you, and it's about supporting all of our friends and family in the HauntScene fam. So we're going to roll credits, and that's it. So till next time, spooky easy.
As always, happy haunting. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Give me some treats.